your big plan? Wow. Talk to her, man. Oh, yes, sir.
Jesus, I looked him up.
I don't believe a word you just said.
That's half the fun, huh?
I'm backed into a corner. You can't stop a beloved trait, Jimmy.
Ewan, good morning. Jeff in Las Vegas.
Morning, Jeff. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Who's this handsome man right here?
I'm liking the, this is a very exciting backdrop you got going on. Love it.
American Sausage Standoff. I loved it. I have that sense of humor. I have this really dark sense of humor. So it took a minute for the movie to get going, but once all these characters started really taking shape, it was a fascinating movie, especially when I learned this was based on true story. So, or true events, you know?
Yes.
So you play Edward, and he wants to bring his family recipe of German sausages to Midwest America, Gutterby of all places. He wants to live the American dream. Did he pick the wrong town?
Well, and I think he picked the right town. He picked the kind of only place where people would pick him up off of his feet. You know, he found someone who would kind of rescue him from oblivion in Anthony Starr's character, Mike. You know, I think Edward he had a one-way ticket to, you know, death by alcoholism or suicide or something. He's a very depressed guy who washed up the last-ditch attempt to realize some kind of purpose, some kind of dream, like to resurrect the dream of his parents in America, and he winds up at this church that they...
Only in America would he partner up with an ex-con to make his dream come reality, right?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be hard to partner up with anybody else in America. Like, you know, the rates of incarceration here are so like through the roof that, you know, there's you know, there's quite a small portion of the population that are not ex-cons probably.
That's
at the
true.
moment, you know. So yeah, I think you know, this is a window on a guy who is either going to, you know, fall off the ledge or just try to make something for himself, and he can't do it on his own. He needs Mike to kind of believe in him, you know, the power of belief. And it's a crazy, mad dream, you know. Like I'm looking at that picture behind you, and it's so kind of misguided, but dreams are, and dreamers are, you know.
I love how Edward isn't afraid to punch a few noses when he's confronted too.
Right. Yeah, that was great fun. Yeah.
You know, Jimmy and his bigotry. I mean, this movie has an anti-immigration message. I mean, it's front and center. But I thought the character of Jimmy, you know, here he's living in a bygone era. You know, that town is like stood still, but a lot of the residents are progressive except him, and also the church, also you know, preaching, you know, a bigotry. And I like how, you know, during the movie, a lot of the citizens are like, look, you know, what are these comments, you know? So these guys were really a relic of the past.
Yeah, and so I'd say, sorry, an anti-xenophobia, not anti-immigration message, I would say, because I think it does bring up immigration and put it into perspective in a way that, using humor, that in a way that's really valuable just now to the conversation, you know, because the fear of the outsider is, and any fear amplifies itself to, you know, sort of fight or flight proportions where we can't see perspective. And I think a film like this allows us to kind of relax our perspectives a bit, so the fear does not overwhelm, you know, this fear of the outsider. Xenophobia is not allowed to overwhelm the conversation.
I was surprised at Anthony Starr. I mean, I only know him from The Boys, from Amazon. What a transformation for him, you know, with the accent, with the beard. I mean, he was unrecognizable, but what a change for him.
Yeah, and him and Ulrich had worked for many years on their TV show. It was a real, what was it? It was a real fight show, you know, an action TV show that they've been doing for years. And so they were firm friends, and you know, Ulrich had this mad dream to kind of make this crazy film in the middle of America, and we were filming in this tiny village, like 50 miles from the nearest highway, in the middle of winter, and Anthony just believed in him all the way, and made the film happen. Really, him and Ulrich, you know, and the cinematographer Anthony Dodd-Mantle, who kind of wove me into the project. He's the guy that sort of suggested bringing me on board, and
well, here's a Scottish accent with you, Ewan. Is that Scottish or?
Oh yes, this is, yeah, I'm Scottish.
Yeah, you know, because I'm saying, because in the movie you do a great German accent, you know, and today I'm like, whoa, that's Scottish. You know, this guy's talented.
Right. Well, you know, you have to try to be adaptable, you know, in this game, especially as an outsider. You know, I've been living in America for a few years now, and yeah, I have to try to adapt to, you know,
doing a great job.
I am an outsider, you know.
Now, there was a lot of rumors on the set that you had a lot of confrontation with Kenny the Rooster. Is that true, or? Well,
actually, that's been blown out of proportion as well. You know, me and Kenny got on pretty good.
Did you know?
You know, as long as we didn't, you know, spend too much time together.
True.
We got on good, yeah. But actually, yeah, I didn't see too much of him on set. Maybe he was pissed off with me or something. I don't know.
Well, it's all rumors, I'm sure. So
it was about the size of the trailer. You know, that was what it came down to. He was pissed off about that. But.
Well, Ewan, man, this was a great dark comedy, great message in it, and you were wonderful. And thank you so much for joining me today. And when you have a chance, come out to Las Vegas. We'd love to have you.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Jeffrey.